8K. That is the number Antigravity put on the box. That is the number MKBHD opened with. That is the number in every headline, every review, every ad. 8K 360 drone, the world's first. Here is what those headlines leave out. The 8K resolution covers the entire 360-degree sphere. Every direction, all at once. When you crop that sphere down to a standard 16:9 shot, the kind you actually post on YouTube, Instagram, anywhere, you are looking at roughly 4K at best. Zoom in at all and quality falls off fast. Independent reviewers confirmed. In real-world usage, the usable resolution is closer to 1080p to 2K. They marketed 8K, you are getting 1080p, and MKBHD called it a game changer, while admitting he is not an expert. We need to talk about this. So MKBHD just dropped a sponsored showcase, not a review, he was very clear about that, of the Antigravity A1, the world's first sub-250-gram 8K 360-degree drone co-engineered by Insta360. And look, the product is genuinely interesting. The concept is genuinely innovative. But there are things in this showcase that I think deserve a harder look than a sponsored video is ever going to give them. So that is what we are doing today.
But anyway, back to the main point. It's just fun. This is the original reason why I was so into this drone, which is because the fun factor is so high. You could even honestly just go out and fly it around for fun, not even trying to get any specific shot, just having fun with it. You get a feed straight from the A1 to these FPV goggles that you wear, and then it's not like a normal FPV drone where you're always only looking forward as you fly. With the OmniLink transmission, you can fly in one direction, but freely move your head around and look around wherever you want to experience everything around you. It's kind of like you're a bird flying through the park and looking around, or like a mini jet or something. It's just incredibly immersive.
Let's start with the number on the box because this matters. The Antigravity A1 shoots 8K at 30 frames per second. That is technically true. But here is what technically true actually means in practice. The 8K resolution covers the entire 360-degree sphere, top, bottom, every direction simultaneously. When you take that sphere and crop it into a standard 16:9 frame for YouTube, Instagram, or any normal platform, you are using roughly a quarter of that total resolution. Quarter of 8K is 2K, and that is before any zoom, because fly first frame later is the entire selling point of this drone. And Petapixel's independent review confirmed the quality falls off quickly to the 1080p range. So the workflow they are selling you, fly freely, reframe in post, is the exact workflow that destroys the resolution advantage they put on the box. A standard DJI Mini 4 Pro shoots 4K in a standard frame, real 4K. Not 360 cropped down to maybe 2K, and it costs significantly less. Marketing a product on its 360-degree ceiling when real-world usage lives in the 1080p basement is the definition of a misleading specification, and nobody in the sponsored showcase called it out. Now I want to talk about something that makes me genuinely uncomfortable about how this product was presented. MKBHD opened the video by saying, and I quote, "This is not a review." He admitted he is not a drone expert. He admitted the video is sponsored. And then spent the next several minutes using words like game changer and fire while including a Prime Day affiliate link in the description. Now, I am not here to attack MKBHD. He is one of the most respected tech voices on the planet, and he was transparent about the sponsorship. That matters. But here is the problem. His 20 million subscribers do not parse the difference between a sponsored showcase and an independent review. They see MKBHD, they see 8K drone, they see game changer, and they click buy. The only criticisms that made it into the video were a faint stitch line on the horizon, which in an 8K world is a massive deal for professionals, and a missing top strap on the goggles that makes them uncomfortable after one battery. A $1,500 plus kit that forgot to include a top strap, and the stitch line got called ever so slight. The most useful part of any sponsored video is whatever criticism survives the sponsorship. 2 criticisms in a showcase is not enough for a product at this price point. And calling it a showcase instead of a review does not make the affiliate link in the description any less of a purchase recommendation. Now here is the angle I find most interesting and most worth debating. The entire selling point of the Antigravity A1 is fly first, frame later. You do not have to think about composition in the air. You do not have to nail the shot. You just get the drone up, hit record, and sort it out in editing. MKBHD framed this as reducing anxiety for creators, and I understand that argument. Drone cinematography is genuinely stressful. Battery timers, wind, airspace restrictions, removing the composition pressure sounds appealing. But here is the counter-argument that I think matters. If you do not compose in the moment, you spend 5 times longer in post-production trying to find the shot that should have been obvious in the air. Professional cinematographers spend years developing the instinct to frame a shot in real time. That instinct is the skill. That is what separates a great aerial shot from a random aerial clip. A tool that removes the need to develop that instinct does not make you a better filmmaker. It makes you someone with a lot of 360-degree footage and a very long editing session ahead of you. The floor for beginners gets lower, that is good, but the ceiling for professionals gets lower too, and nobody is talking about that trade-off. So here is my real bite on the Antigravity A1. The concept is genuinely innovative. 360-degree FPV with a sub-250-gram drone is something that has never existed before. The SkyPath feature, where one person records a flight route and hands the goggles to someone else to experience it live, that is genuinely cool. The immersion of flying through a live 360 view is reportedly unlike anything else available. But the 8K marketing is misleading. The sponsored showcase format was not enough scrutiny for a $1,500 plus product. The missing top strap is an embarrassing ergonomic failure. And the fly first frame later philosophy rewards laziness more than it rewards creativity. If you are a beginner who wants an immersive flying experience and do not mind the resolution trade-off, this might genuinely be for you. If you are a professional who needs real 4K or above footage in a standard frame, a DJI Mini 4 Pro delivers better real-world resolution for less money. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Does the 8K claim bother you? Or is the 360 concept worth the resolution trade-off? The real Byte. See you in the next one.